Kesimpan kan, Sam?
Udah aku rekam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will give a presentation from our group. The name group is Chill Zone. My name is Nadia.
I'm Zaskia Umiafida.
I'm Katarina Ishanur.
I'm Rahmadalani.
I'm Panabila Izzati.
I'm Sela Amreni.
Okay, we will present the results of our discussion about what curricula has been applied in education in the nation, along with the development of the times with various reasons and rationalization. The Indonesian curriculum continues to change from period to period. The extent of the curriculum has a significant influence on the quality of education in Indonesia. We will start the following with
Okay, the first 1947 curriculum. Listen plan curriculum. The first curriculum after Indonesian independence that focused on character building, national and social awareness. Subject matter was linked to emphasized physical education and the arts. The objective to create independent Indonesian with character and nationalism. The prose emphasizes moral and national values, and Pons does not yet have a detailed subject and structure. Okay, next, the second curriculum. Curriculum. Wait. For this composite listen playing curriculum 1952. A refinement of the 1947 curriculum that style each subject and linked it to daily life. Each teacher taught only one subject. To enhance the previous curriculum with a clear sense to traditional teaching approaches.
About
next.
curriculum 1964. The 1964 curriculum was designed to provide sufficient academic knowledge for citizens at the elementary school level. Focus on academic knowledge. Pancawardhana program, like learning focus on developing moral, intellectual, emotional, artistic skill, and physical aspects. Subjects were classified into 5 groups. There are plus on this curriculum is emphasis on holistic development, focus on academic knowledge and skill. And there are also minus is over and then 1968 curriculum was introduced to replace the 1964 education plan which was seen as a product of the old order. Plus is strong emphasis on character building and values, clear structure and organization. And then the minus is overemphasis on theoretical knowledge, limited focus on practical skill and real-world application. Okay, next we'll explain by Ramadayani.
Okay. Curriculum 1975. First, focus on learning objectives. The 1975 curriculum emphasizes the importance of clear and specific learning objectives so that education can be more effective and efficient. Disadvantage one critique apa nih bacanya? Critics for lack of flexibility. The 1975 curriculum was widely criticized for being too rigid on and not providing flexibility for teachers to develop creativity and innovation in the learning process. Overall, the 1975 curriculum had advantages in terms of its focus on learning objectives and systematic structure, but it also had disadvantages in terms of this lack of flexibility and heavy teacher workload. Curriculum 90 active advantages one process approach. Curriculum 90 active promotes a process approach that allows students to learn through hands-on activities and experience. These advantages implementation difficulties. The curriculum suffered many deviations and education when it was implemented nationally, so not all schools were able to implement it well. Overall, Curriculum 1984 had its strength in terms of the process, approach, and skill development, but it also had its weakness in terms of implementation difficulties and lack of understanding of the concept of CBSA. Next.
Okay, I will explain about the 1994 curriculum. Unfortunately, the integration of objective and process has not been successful. So much criticism came because the students' learning burden was considered too heavy, from national content to local content. Local content materials were adjusted to the needs of each region. For example, regional language, art, regional skills, and others. Various interests of community groups also urged that certain issue be included in the curriculum. And then I will explain about the 2004 curriculum. As replacement for the 1994 curriculum is the 2004 curriculum, which is called the competency-based curriculum. A competency-based education program must contain three main elements, namely selection of appropriate competencies, specification of evaluation indicators to determine the success of competency achievement, and learning development. And then emphasizing the achievement of student competencies both individually and classically, oriented towards learning outcomes and diversity. Next.
Okay, I will explain about Curriculum 2004, competency-based curriculum. This curriculum focuses on developing student competencies, including knowledge, skill, and attitude. The learning process encourages students to be active, creative, and problem solvers. Teachers acted as facilitators. The advantages of this curriculum focus on learning outcomes and real student abilities, promote active and contextual learning, and use varied assessment methods like performance tasks, portfolios, and projects. The weakness is, many teachers were not ready for the new approach, limited training, and results made it hard to apply everywhere. And then I will explain about curriculum 2006, school-based curriculum. KTSP or KTSP was a development of the previous curriculum. It gave more freedom to school and teachers to design lesson based on local needs. The government only set content and competency standard. The advantages of this curriculum more flexible and adaptable to student and local needs, and then encourage out school independence and teacher creativity. The weaknesses, not all school and teachers could design their own curriculum, and the quality gaps between school accurate, and then lack of central monitoring and evaluation. Next.
Okay, I will explain the curriculum 213. In this curriculum, put more emphasis on developing student character and noble character, as well as using a scientific approach and thematic integrative learning. In this curriculum, implement a student center. Advantage in this curriculum is integrated character values, use a more scientific approach, and emphasize authentic assessment. Disadvantages: rapid implementation, change cause confusion and require significant adaptation from teacher. In this curriculum, implement student center. Second, independent curriculum or curriculum merdeka. In this curriculum, provides teachers with flexibility to adjust learning to student needs and characteristics. The aim is to create more enjoyable, relevant, and in-depth learning and to liberate student in learning. Advantages: more flexible, student-centered, gives teacher freedom, focus on the essence of the material and character development. Disadvantages: in this curriculum requires high teacher independence and creativity. Implementation is still gradual and requires continuous adaptation and adequate infrastructure. Okay, enough. That's all from me.
Okay, the next is summary of conclusion and recommendation. The curriculum is a learning plan that includes objective, content, methods, organization, and evaluation. Curriculum change in Indonesia have accurate since the independence era, influenced by political, social, culture, and global factors. Curriculum changes are not necessarily wrong as long as they are met with clear goals and proper implementation. The government needs to continuously empower teachers to understand and implement the curriculum effectively. The hope is that the way new curriculum will not face the same failures as previous ones, but instead will be able to address educational challenges and ancient students. competitiveness both nationally and internationally. I think that's all. Thank you all. I hope it's useful. Sorry if there are many mistakes. We have tried our best and will continue to learn. And I akhiri dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.